Sorry, sir. Somebody should start the analysis. So I didn't follow. I'm sorry. Thank you.
Okay, so yeah, so who is sharing now?
Someone to share. I'm using my phone, but my laptop is in front of me. So someone should share that is using his laptop.
Sir, I'm saying I have 161.
Yes, so go ahead. That means you have the right data. So share your screen.
It's still not the same. We still have category 1, 2, and 4 under marital status.
Oh, really? Okay, let me check the data I have and see.
Yes, exactly like this. 1, 2, 4 others. That's what I have to.
Why is that?
Exactly like this. This is what I have to after the analysis.
Okay, stop sharing your screen. Let me check what I have. I wanted you guys to practice it, not me, but are you sure it was the right data the data set is supposed to be what? Resident.csv, and that's what you did.
Hello, sir.
Yep.
Maybe I should share my screen, but it also gave us 1, 2, 3, 4, but I also got the same number. Maybe I should just share the screen so that we can know maybe there's problem somewhere.
No, because if it's coded,
can you see?
But the marital status in variable view is string, not numeric.
Can you now see my screen?
Who is talking? Dr. Oromakinde?
Yes.
Okay.
Can you see my screen?
Yeah. So yours also has 3, right? Let me see. Let me see the data set I have. If it's the same, let me just see the data set I have to see whether it's a general problem. But I can't recall if so. Then we'll know what to do about that, right?
Although it gave some.
Hello, sorry.
Yes. Although it was asking me some question, brought some table preliminary before, and I was choosing okay and okay. Maybe that was where the problem came.
No, I don't think so, because if it's the data that is in there that it's showing you that there are 3. The variable has 3 categories rather than 2.
Maybe you should try.
Hello, sorry.
Just a minute. Let me check my own data to see whether it's the same that you guys have.
There are 2 resident doctor data sets.
Oh, there are 2?
Yeah, there's one for GHQ score, then there's one for job satisfaction. Oh, sorry, there's one for mental health score, and there's one for GHQ score. So I think it depends on which one you choose.
Okay. Just a minute. Okay, you want to try the other one? To see whether it's, let me just, a minute, let me see. I wanted you guys to do it yourself today, and then now the data is, we're having different data sets. Okay, I just have one resident doctor.
Sorry, sir. Is there a way you can upload it, maybe your Dropbox or something, then send us a link on the chat here, so just download.
Okay, but first let me just confirm that you have the same data with me. Let me just confirm the data I have if it's different.
Yeah, so, show us the one you have now.
Yeah, so that's what I want to do. I didn't open it previously, so I want to do that now. So if we have okay, just a minute. My system is a bit slow. Because if you have the wrong data set, it's going to affect the other exercises as we go ahead. Because you can still do the same thing with that, but we're trying to do the basic 2x2 table, so we don't make it resident doctors of CSV. Okay. Let me see. Analyze. Check your data. I've just opened my, as part of this marital status, which is different from married. Do you have married on your data set?
On a column named married, no, we
sir.
don't. So we have marital status.
Let me share my screen so I can see what I'm talking about.
Marital status.
Let me see,
It's only marital status.
Yes, the last column is married.
So just scroll through, you would find married. Mine has marital status and has married, right? So we're working married, not marital status.
We don't have that. That's not the data we have.
Okay, let me see if I can share this data with you. I think it was shared to me through a link. Let me see if I can find that link. Otherwise, I would have to create a Dropbox. Let's see, data set, start clinic. When did you get this data? When was the data set?
It's been a while. That's what
I think it was last week. Last week.
Last week.
Yes, sir.
But this is the same data we've been working with ever since we started, because I haven't downloaded new data. So I'm wondering where the confusion came from. Data set, okay. Let me see. Open, because we used the same data last week, so I'm wondering how come it changed between last week and this week. Okay, so I'll just share my data with you. Let me just move it to. I'll move it to what's it called? To Dropbox and share the link. Apologies for the confusion on this. Okay. So just share this into a folder. Share. Create link. Okay. All right, great. So I will share this link with you now in the chat box.
I just post a link on the chat box.
Okay. Okay.
Link, you see the resident doctor file that has this marriage as the last column.
Okay. Okay. I was just about sharing mine from my own personal Dropbox, but since you have shared yours, I think that's fine. So can you guys download it quickly so that we can? Or who has this? The one that has married, you can share your screen so that I can move ahead while others are downloading the data. I can't recall if this is the only data we're working with, so let me just share mine as well, because this will contain the other data sets that we are going to work with today. Right. Okay, so who is ready to share? Nobody's ready. Okay, you know what? While you're downloading, let me do this particular exercise. I will share my own screen and do it with you guys, do it for you guys, and then yeah. Okay. Yeah. So this is data set, right? Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. And we're going to analyze descriptive crosstabs. System is a bit slow. Where is it? What is going on? What's happening today?
Recording in progress.
Is there anybody? Is there anybody from my village here? Because I don't know why. I don't know why it's not coming up today. I mean, I'm clicking on Crosstabs and the table is not coming up. Do I have it open? Oh, it's open. Okay, that's why it didn't pop up. All right, great. Yeah. So so in this particular exercise, we're trying to associate female or gender female with married, right? So, and we said our exposure variable was what, female, right? Hello, are you guys there? Why is everyone quiet?
Yeah, we're here.
Yeah. So
Yes,
our exposure
sir.
variable was female and our outcome was married, right? Confirm. Let me see. Female married, right? Okay, good. All right. So okay, and there we go. We have this. Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You can see it.
Yes,
So
we
this,
can.
yeah. So this has two. So okay. So this now 2 by 2. So can you go ahead and explain this? Who was talking before?
Okay. Now in this 2 by 2 table, you can see the female under the female row. Those with 0, that is those that are not female, not married. Those not married and not female, they are 45 in number. Why those that are not female,
Why is that noise
are
at the
married
background? Hold on, please. Why is that noise at the background?
Can you hear me now, sir?
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. The 0, let me explain the rows first. We have under the rows, the 0 means not female, which is a male. Why 1 is a female. Why under the columns, married, the 0 means not married, 1 means married. So we are saying those that are male that are not married are 45. Why those that are male or married are 55? So in total, the males are 110. So for females, those not married are 15. Why married females are 36? A total number, that means the total number of females is 1. Then the total number of unmarried people, both male and female, is 60. Why total number of married people is 101.
Okay, yeah, thank you. So that's excellent. So you've explained this, which is beautiful, but there's a drawback in this table, right? You said it's a bit challenging explain it this way, but if we convert this to proportions, right, it becomes a lot easier to explain, right? So if we convert it to percentages, which are proportions, recall that proportions can either be in what? Percentages or what?
Fraction.
Beautiful. I thought people have forgotten because I think that was primary 1 mathematics. Okay, yeah. So to make this now, we want to so can you see my screen? You're seeing everything that's happening on my screen?
Yes.
I can see.
Great.
Yes, sir, we are seeing,
sir.
we are seeing the wonders, sir.
Okay, yeah. So what I did was to go back again, but this time around I clicked on cells, right? And when you look at here, you see that we initially worked with observed on counts, but we now want to have percentages, but we're interested in the row percentages, right? So I'll click on row and continue and okay, and we have our new 2 by 2 table, which includes percentages now. So can someone explain this?
Sorry, sir. Can you come again on how you got?
Go over it again, sir.
Okay. We did exactly the same thing that was done previously. analyze, descriptive statistics, crosstabs. Now we are done. You remember this part? You're okay with this part, right? How it moves.
Yes, means Am I is not still showing the married part.
What?
The new one I downloaded, the one that you just put up now. I've downloaded. It's not. There's a column for married is not showing in mine.
The column for what? For
married.
And it's the same data that I shared with you.
The one that I just put up now in Dropbox. Yes.
Wow. So do we say that
you can use the one I sent earlier?
Yeah, 2 items were placed there. I don't know.
Because if I'm sharing the same data that I sent to you and you can't see the same that I'm seeing, then we'll have to start looking at village people to see whether they've stolen our married from. Okay. Yeah, so just check. I'm sure it's there. Yeah. So you put your rows as female and married as as column like we did before. But the difference now is that we now want to go one step further by clicking cells and selecting percentages on the row. Is that clear to everyone?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yes, sir. But must it be only row percentage?
Sorry, one person at a time. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Sir, thank you, sir. Must it be only the row percentages? What of the column and the total? Why can't we select all, sir?
If you want to select all, you can select everything here and then see various kinds of analysis that you're not interested in. But here, what we're interested in, we want to know the proportion of those exposed who came down with the condition. So in the particular case, is married. So alcohol is married. So we want to know the proportion of females that are married. If you do the column, right, you're now switching your outcomes the other way around. The outcome and the experience the other way around. And you're now asking for the proportion of those who are married that are female. So your total will now be your denominator will now becomes the married.
Look at it's still showing the same thing.
Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So maybe
so you also ticked observed. Why not tick the expected?
Yeah, so expected. Now you have that lecture, right? Now when you're now doing your chi-square test, your chi-square test is all about comparing what was observed, which is the actual data you have, to your expected value, right? But for this particular case, we don't need that.
Okay, sir.
Right? We don't need that. We just want to analyze what a 2x2 table does.
Sorry, sir. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sir, please. Can you go through this again? How you got here? Sorry.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
So analyze, descriptive statistics, crosstab. Now you're moving your variables. Married goes into columns and female goes into rows, right? Then cells, rows. Now maybe I should click columns so that you can see what I was trying to explain. So that you can see both tables and see what they are. But what we want to work with, according to the instructions in the manual, is about the rules, which is the important one. But for those who are very curious, let's do this as well. Okay. So we have this more complicated table, right? So it's, I think, yeah, no. So you can see here, 100% here. Can you see that? Down here, sir. Which is the column total, which gives us the total number of those, the total number of those who are not married, and then this one, the total number of those who are married. Here is the row totals, right? So it becomes a whole lot more complicated. You have the data that we are not interested in for the purpose of our study. So let's stick to this because we are interested in. Oh, that's what I wanted you guys to explain. Anyway, let me not do it on your behalf. So who wants to talk about this table?
I'll do that, sir.
All right.
Now, as I've established earlier, the female 0 means male, while 1 means female. Under the married, the column 0 means not married, 1 means married. That means the 45 male that are unmarried.
No, I think the absolute numbers of observed have been explained before, right? When we did this.
Percentages.
Yes.
So now what we've only added now are percentages.
Percentage, okay.
Yeah.
So we are saying 40.9% of all the males are unmarried, while 59.1% are married.
Okay.
While for females, 29.4% are unmarried, while 70.6% are married.
Okay, beautiful.
Then the total, male and female together, unmarried is 37.3%, while married is 52.7%.
Awesome. Okay, that's awesome. So I suppose that we all have the data set, right?
Yes, sir, I do.
Okay. So who wants to go do the next one? I think we've done these percentages. So there's a question here. Why do you think it was helpful to include percentages? First of all, you did the count and you explained the count. Then you did the percentages and explained the percentages. Why do you think it was helpful to include the percentages as against with the count?
It shows easily the proportion of each one to each one. Like it's far easier to compare that way than the count.
Awesome. Okay, great. So who wants to run the chi-square test, and then we'll talk about it. You just follow these instructions. So I want to stop sharing my screen. Who wants to do the next exercise? Hello. This class is not as active as last class.
Sorry, so I'm using the Zoom is on my phone, so I can't.
Okay, yeah. So who has the SPSS on your computer and you want to just run the test?
Okay, I have SPSS.
Okay, so let me stop sharing my screen so that I can share yours. All right, so go ahead.
Is there something I'm not doing? Okay.
You can see a screen here.
So you will go to analyze, then descriptive.
Yeah.
From descriptive, you go to cross tabulation. From cross tabulation, you select the, let me take it back.
Okay.
From cross tabulation, you select the dependent variable or the outcome variable, which is married, put it on the column side. And also you select the female and put it on the row side. Then you go to the statistics. No, sorry. You go to the cells and then you select the observed is selected already. Then you go to the row column and then you continue. So you now go to OK.
You're doing what we did before. We're sort of running a chi-square test this time around.
Okay, a chi-square test?
Yeah.
So this is a chi-square test I just run.
Okay, let's see your output.
Okay, this is my output. Okay, how do I?
Yeah, you need to unshare your screen and then share your output.
Okay.
So is this a chi-square test or it was the 2x2 table we did before?
Oh, it was the one we did before, sorry.
Yeah, so this is not a chi-square test.
So what's the difference between a chi-square test and a 2x2 table? I
Yeah,
thought they are
that's
the
what I
same.
said. So the instruction is right on your text now. You have the manual, right?
Oh, okay.
So we've left this section. We've gone to the next section. That's why I said, who wants to do the next one?
Okay, sir.
Yeah, it's simple. You were almost there, but you at some point you switched to you clicked on cells instead of statistics.
Okay, sorry, I got it. Let me go back.
You can just go to analyze again and then click the chi-square.
Yeah, we can't see your screen.
Okay, sir. Okay, let me stop sharing.
Yeah, you stop sharing and then we share.
Okay.
So you can share your SPSS now, your data view. Okay.
Okay. Go to analyze.
Okay.
Then, okay, let me share. Okay, analyze, descriptive, then cross tabulation.
Good.
Then we now, okay, I've already inserted the married in the column and the female in the row.
Yeah.
Then statistic. Then we click on the chi-square test.
Beautiful.
Chi-square.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm not seeing the assignment actually, but I don't know.
Okay. Yeah. So that's fine. So after chi-square, you just have to continue.
Okay, continue.
Then okay.
Yeah.
Then okay.
Okay. Yeah. So let's see your
Let me
output.
stop sharing and share my output.
Okay. Okay, beautiful. So you can now see that we had our 2x2 table is still there, and then we have a third table now, which is the chi-square. So we have three tables: the descriptive table, which I believe we all understand, right? It's just simple, the number and percentages, which we have done in previous classes, and then we have the crosstabs, which is the 2x2 table, and then the chi-square test. So what we're interested in here is the Pearson's chi-square, right? So the first thing we see there is the chi-square value, which is 1.97. And then if you compare that on your four-figure table, you would see basically, if you know how to use the four-figure table to do that analysis, you can use that chi-square value. But what we are now interested in now here is the p-value. So what's the p-value?
0.160.
What does that mean?
It's not significant. Then we have to, it means that there is actually no association between the marital status and the marital status and the female.
Beautiful. So that's beautiful. It tells us that there is no association or between or no difference between or no association, right, between what do you call it, marital status and being female, right? Or between being female and marital status. We start with the exposure and then go to the dependent, right? So there is no statistically significant association between marital status, between being female and being married. So I don't know, is that clear to everyone?